Hi everyone. Our topic for today is about pragmatics language registers. How are you today? I hope all of you are fine. Okay? So to begin with, let's have language registers. So what is this language registers all about? Language registers explores how content influences the level of formality and tone we choose when communicating. Okay, so we use this tone, formality, and tone when we communicate to other people. So in linguistics, pragmatics deals with context dependent, meaning while language registers refer to the specific varieties of language used in different social situations, settings, or professional contexts. Okay. Here, let's talk about let me move to another slide first. Okay, let me first give you the learning objectives for today. So I enumerated how many. There are five. Okay, so definitely you'll be learning all of this in today's discussion. So let's move to another slides. What are the language registers? So I have defined what language registers all about. Okay, but we have another here definition says there language registers are the different styles or levels of language that people use depending on the situation, purpose, audience, and relationship between speakers. In pragmatic, speakers adjust their words, tone, and expressions to fit the mood of communication, and there is also an example there. Okay, so guys, take note that language registers refer to the scale of formality used in verbal or written communication. Okay, actually, according to Martin Juice, 1967, it's stated there. Okay, who is Martin Juice, by the way? Okay, so Martin Juice is a linguist. He established the foundational framework for this concept in his book, The Five Clocks, categorizing human speech into five distinct levels. And what are these four determinants of register? A speaker automatically shift registers based on four primary situational factors: situation, purpose, audience, and relationship. So when we speak of situation, the setting, or of course, the location of the interaction. For the purpose, the intent beyond the communication. And audience, who is receiving the message, of course, and the relationship, the level of intimacy or hierarchy between speakers. Okay? So here, guys, according to Martin Juice, according to him, I mentioned already that there are five language register based on the level formality used in communication. So his classification is one of the most recognized foundations in the study of pragmatics and social linguistics. Okay, so there are how many? There are five. And what are these five? Let's have this five. So we have here Frozen register, the most formal type of language, uses fixed or memorized expressions that rarely change, commonly used in ceremonies, prayers, legal documents, constitutions, and national pledges. Example, I pledge allegiance to the flag. That's a frozen register. Okay, to further discuss this, guys, okay, if you try to look at the definition or the description of what Frozen register is, okay, take note that it's fixed and changing text, solemn or formal atmosphere when it comes to characteristics, no active dialogue expected. Okay, in Frozen. That's why Frozen, because it's static, okay? And then, okay, it's a static. That's why it's Frozen, okay? For formal, it used in, no? It's in formal register, used in professional, academic, or official situations. Here, the speaker carefully chooses words and follows correct grammar, usually used when addressing an audience with little interaction. Example speeches, research presentation, business meetings, job interviews. Example sentence, good morning everyone today, and so on and so forth. So that's it. It's a formal register. So what's the characteristic here in formal register? You can see it structured, objective, grammatically precise, and professional, and undirectional. I mean, no, I mean unidirectional or official context when it comes to the characteristic of formal. And then example, there's an example there, speeches, okay, research, presentation, business meetings, or job interviews, okay? So here for consultative, use in conversation where information is exchanged respectfully. Two-way communication is expected through questions and answers, common between teachers and students, doctors, patients, customers, and employees. There's an sample of a sentence. Excuse me, could you explain this topic again? So if you notice, the characteristics of consultative here, two-way professional communication, then standard grammar with active feedback and clarification. Okay, so next we have another one. Let's move on to another slide. Okay, so number four, casual register, use among friends, classmates, and people who know each other well. The language is relaxed, informal, and may include slang or constructions. Example, hey, are you coming later? Okay, and then what do we need to know here for casual register? As to the characteristics, somewhat relaxed speech among peers, uses slang and informal grammar. Okay, informal grammar also. And then for the intimate register, used between people with a very close relationship, such as family members, close friends, or romantic patterns. Often includes nickname, private expressions, or register understood only by those involved. Okay, for the ultimate register, since it's ultimate, so it's more of private language between close friends or family relatives, heavily on verbal cues like nicknames and, of course, shared history. Okay, so example here could be private jokes, term of endearment between spouses, familiar shorthand. Okay, and then guys, take note the importance of language registers. It says here, language register help people communicate more effectively because they allow speakers to adjust their language according to the situation. They help us communicate appropriately in different situations. They show respect for the audience and the setting. They reduce misunderstanding during communication. They improve communication, school, work, and everyday life. They strengthen personal, academic, and professional relationships. So, as takeaways, pragmatic studies, how people use language based on context. Language registers are different styles of speaking or writing is dependent on the audience, purpose, and situation. So pragmatic, pragmatics and social linguistics, mastering language registers, guys, reflects pragmatic competence, the ability to use language effectively and appropriately in social context using an incorrect register, okay, of course, result in a social mismatch, okay, signaling either a lack of professionalism or upward over formality, okay? So therefore, guys, okay, you have to remember that you have to use the correct registered or the correct language of the five. You choose between the five, the correct one, the five language of register. Which one you need to use, because it's very important to for you to identify this, because adapting language according to situation, of course, would also help us. Okay, appropriateness is the quality of being right, suitable, or proper for a specific situation, purpose, okay, purpose or person. So it's very important for us to really know what to use. Adapting language according to situation and audience serves critical communicative functions. So you have to, because it allows speakers to match tone with setting. And another is it shows awareness of social hierarchies and cultural expectations. Beside from that, it avoids unintentional, of course, an intentional offense or confusion caused by mismatched formality levels, and it improves outcomes in academic, professional, personal environment. And another is that it establishes trust and rapport through appropriate degrees of intimacy or professionalism. That's why it's very important really to know, okay, all of this five language of register. Okay. So again, guys, take note. Pragmatic examines how contextual factors influence language choice, while Martin Juice here framework illustrate that language operates on a spectrum from rigid and changing structure frozen down to deeply personal expressions intimate. Mastering this spectrum enables effective contextual communication. So I hope you've learned something for today's discussion, guys. Again, good morning.